Okay, now let us talk about this movie, Clash of the Titans, coming from 2010. The movie is directed by Desmond Davis. It stars Sam Worthington, Alexa Devlos, Ralph Fiennes, and Luke Evans. Now, with everything that we do, we need to exercise critical thinking. We need to connect the dots and most definitely ask questions. What is it that Hollywood is trying to tell us? Now, these movies were never made for our pure entertainment. These people are showing you what to come. They're also letting you know what they are currently doing to humanity. And therefore, we need to pay keen attention and make notes. Now, this movie is all about ancient gods and how they rule here on earth. Now, they would like you to believe that these ancient gods are part of mythology, when in fact these ancient gods are the fallen angels, the ones that were thrown out of heaven. Right? Understand that we are in the midst of a spiritual war, and this movie sheds light on what they were doing and just how cruel they were on earth. We definitely need to pay attention. Now, there is so much to this movie, and there is so much that we could talk about for days, but I will just be highlighting the obvious. You must watch for yourself and connect the dots. Okay? Now, with this movie, we see just how cruel these fallen ones are. And even though they are absolutely cruel, they expect humanity to be grateful, to worship them, and to love them. Right? We also hear a couple weeks ago where the former Israeli space boss let us know that they are in communication with these alien entities, which is what they are going by these days, but they are nothing more than the fallen rebranded. Now, let us have a look at this scene, because this scene will prove to you all that these fallen angels, they are not loyal. They are not loyal to their very own. They will not be loyal to man. And we have a scene here where Hades is seeking the help of King Acrisis. Now, King Acrisis is the one that turned into Calibos. Now, the story about King Acrisius is that he led an army to destroy Zeus's temple, and the rest of the gods wanted to battle King Acrisius, but Zeus had the brilliant idea to shapeshift into the king and go and have relation with the wife. In other words, Zeus raped the wife because the wife actually thought she was having relation with her very own husband. Right? So you get to understand now what these entities, these fallen entities and their offspring, what they are all about. We must pay attention. Now, the product of that relation is the child Perseus, and that is a child that Hades is trying to get King Acrisius, known as Calibos, to go after and kill. Right? Now, we will see Hades give King Acrisius, who is known as Calibos, a whole lot of power, and the way he does that is very, very disturbing, because we've been seeing quite a few movies showing demonic possession, and the way they do it is through the mouth. Right? Now we have Hades infusing the character known as Calibos, which was King Acrisius, with a whole lot of power from his mouth. So he's taking power from his mouth, Hades' mouth, and put it into the character known as Calibos. Now, the team and I understand this as to be the mouth is the gateway to the soul. Right? And if you notice that they are having this massive campaign for females to commit various sexual debauchery using the mouth, because they know that the mouth is a gateway to our soul, and that is why they are promoting this form of whoredom on our young people. Right? So this mouth-to-mouth exchange of energy coming from Hades' mouth, going into King Acrisius' mouth, who is known as Calibos. Pay attention and make notes. These fallen entities, they will throw you under the bus at the drop of a dime, because they know judgment is coming to the land and judgment is coming to them for what they have done to humanity. Now, let us check this scene out. And we've got this young lady known as Iowa. And Iowa is explaining to Perseus just who he is, right, and how he was conceived. But the story behind Iowa is that she turned down the advances of a god and they cursed her with eternal life. So she's able to see her family and her loved ones die off in front of her very eyes. Now, that tells us that these entities that were ruling, they were absolutely cruel and calculating. Understand what is happening. Now, we've got the jinn. And for many of you who are friends who are Muslim, they've got an account of what the jinn is. But me and the team, we've got our own account as to what the jinn represent and what they are. Now, many of you believe it is just God, the angels, and man, but the Most High creates other humanoid entities. Some decide to turn against the Most High, others decide to follow his instruction. Now, the jinn is one of them. The jinn is made of fire. The angel is made out of light. Right? Man is made out of clay. And we've got two more elements, which is water and wind. And those two elements are not accounted for just yet. We are still researching it. Now, the part with this jinn in the movie that we find very, very surprising is that when they are using their powers, it glows blue. And we keep seeing this color blue, this majestic blue that represent power, that represent innocence. And we feel, the team feels, that this color blue is a celestial color and it is affiliated with none other than the Creator. And we'll be making some serious connection with that color later on. Now, let us get into the Gorgon sister Medusa, because this is very sad. Now, Medusa was once a beautiful young lady, and a god made advances at her. So she ran to the temple of Athena, the god that she served, hoping that Athena would have mercy on her and show her favor. What did Athena did? Turn her into this monster that man starts to hunt. How cruel and wicked. The God that you serve betray you. And that is what is going to happen to humanity. At least some of them that believe these fallen angels, these fallen entities are your friend, that they will protect you, that they have your best interest. They don't. They never have it and they never will, because judgment is coming to them and they are probably very afraid right now. Right? So these fallen ones, when they were on earth ruling, they were absolutely cruel. Right? And they are trying to release them on humanity. Pay attention and connect the dots. Right? No. They seem to think that man is beneath them, but they love our blood. They love the blood of our children and our loved ones. It is all about blood sacrifice. So they're putting the princess of a sacrifice to none other than the Kraken. Hades' child, how cruel can you get? Right? Look at the size at the female to the size of the Kraken. But they just love blood. These fallen angels and their offspring, they are perverted and they are bloodthirsty. They are not humanity's friend and never will. And they are busy trying to let them out onto our reality. We need to pray, because we are entering dangerous times as they bring in the new satanic world order. Let's say, glory be to the Most High.